Cool. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about your upcoming breaking laws thing for lore.
Mhm.
And you also worked on PKs, which is also something that will be coming out for lore as well.
Yeah.
What kind of led you to lore? What lured you into lore, and kind of got you to that new stage where you're now producing material?
Well, I met for the guys at Lore were recommended to me by a friend of mine, Christian Toto, who has
Okay.
a website called Hollywood and Toto.
Huh.
And his website looks at culture and reviews movies from a center right perspective.
Huh.
So he sort of calls out the stuff and he says, what about this? And so he said, you should meet these guys. These guys I hear are doing a new thing. And then it turns out they're in Spokane, and I'm about to go up to Moscow again. And so I met with them and we talked about some ideas and stuff. And then you know, the we call it at my house, we call it the pandemic babe.
Oh yeah.
Because she never really goes away. they try to keep her around. So the pandemic happened and all that, you know, quarantining and it's so just like, I was never a liberal, but I was a libertarian.
Yeah.
Politically, when I was a secular person, I was like, yeah, whatever. I wasn't libertine, I was libertarian.
Yeah.
And so the whole, I really had that experience of government oppression. So I live in a very blue, it's not as blue as people think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah.
So don't hold your horses, folks.
Yeah.
But where I live is deep blue. I live in a progressive county, you know, which I love because I'm like the odd man out. Like my neighbor is a Bernie guy, and he comes over and we have dinner sometimes and we talk baseball and we laugh our ass off. You know, it's like, I'm not going to change him. I'm not going to convert him to Christ. Only Christ can do that. He knows who I am, you know?
Yeah.
And so just the whole mass thing, my instinct to push back on it. And then, you know, you go like, well, okay, this is happening in my life. What's the Bible say? Because everything is there. I tell that to secular friends and they go, that's impossible. I'm like, well, where are you screwing up right now? Where do you need guidance? Like, oh, here, you know,
right here. Yeah.
Page 1348. So I was like, well, now they're talking about mandating a medical procedure on citizens of the United States. Like, it's so crazy.
No, it's ridiculous.
People don't think it's crazy, but it's crazy. And the mask thing, you know, and so Romans 13 is where I start there. This whole project started. I'm like, okay, well, what does the Bible say about? And I was so disappointed. It wasn't like push the doors down, you know, get some Molotov cocktails, make a flag for your cause. It was like, no, you should be obedient. You should be obedient to the leaders because God put them there. I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, and then clearly it goes on to go until